I was pretty shocked when I saw what kind of weather you guys are getting.
It
All
is
right.
what it is.
It's new.
Yeah.
You ready, Mark?
Yep.
Let's call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Genslinger.
I'm here.
Havlik.
Here.
Jerza.
Here?
Larson.
Here?
Osterloo.
Here.
Schmitz.
Here.
Sonny.
Here.
Wilshire.
Here.
Thank you. We have in our hot little hands a proposed agenda. Does anyone have a conflict of interest of any of those items that are on that proposed agenda?
I'll abstain from 9 and 10.
This is Jerza for 9 and 10.
Okay, you guys must be working on the same thing. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Moved and seconded that the agenda be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. For those of you who may not know this, we are going to have roll call for every item that we vote on today because one of our members is with us telephonically. Mark, it's your turn.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Havlik.
Yes.
Jerza.
Yes.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Sonny. Yes. Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The minutes of the previous meeting held March 11th were also included in the informational packet. Anyone have any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, we are ready for a motion.
Motion to approve.
And a second.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the minutes be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none. Mark, it's your turn.
Havlik.
Yes.
Jerza.
Yes.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The next meeting should be the 8th of April. Do I hear a motion for the blanket?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the blanket be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, we're ready to vote. Mark, your turn.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Havlik.
Yes.
Jerza.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next item on the agenda is a rezone hearing and recommendation, Harris Properties LLC, 909 North Lawler Street, be rezoned from Central Business District to High Density Residential District. Mark, talk to us a little bit about this.
So the applicant would like to rezone this. Their intention right now is to put a governor's house on it now. Just, that's what they say right now. In the future, it could be for something else. Everything on this block, on this side of the block is central business. On the other side of the block is R4, so it's abutting. If notices were sent out to the neighbors, published in the paper, there was one response in favor of it. There was one response opposed to it, with a comment on there about the traffic, extra traffic in that area. Central business and R4, they're pretty close to the same, with the exception of being able to do the single-family dwellings or the multi-family dwellings in R4 versus central business doesn't allow that. Can answer any other questions that you have for me on it.
What's the lot size there?
It's a 50 by 142.
So multifamily's out of the question.
Well, you could put a duplex or something like that on there, I suppose, if you went up instead of one story. He owns this lot. He owned 915 North Lawler, and they remodeled that and sold that to a lady. So they're kind of they do a lot of flip houses. So, and he did say that he's looking to sell this house, not to rent it out for the governor's house. And he knows the regulations that are put on for what you can and can't do for increasing in value and things like that. There are rentals in the area already. Like the 114, that's not owner occupied. That was the one that had the comment about the traffic. 120 has a few people that live in that one. And then across the street, there's some rentals over there too, but they're single-family rentals, so they're allowed in those districts as well.
What's your pleasure, folks? Questions? Do we hear somebody from that area? Talk to us.
Terry Sabers, Mitchell Area Housing. I've talked to David, and that's why he's doing this, is he wants to take one of our allotments of governor's homes and put it on that lot. And it will work out real well. We've been working with them, and I think that they can get it backed in. It's a little narrower, but it'll fit just fine, and I think it's a great location for a governor's home. Any questions for me?
Thank you.
Okay.
Steve, personal experience. I owned the governor's house for several years out in Hill City. They are well-built. They're very efficient for heating. They're a good deal. That's my personal opinion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that the recommendation to rezone be approved. It will go on to the council, and they will hear it probably,
There'll be 2 meetings for that one, because first reading and second reading.
okay? Do I hear any other additions or comments? Hearing none, let's vote on it. Mark, your turn.
Schmitz?
Yes.
Sonny?
Yes.
Genslinger?
Yes.
Havlet?
Yes.
Gurza?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes?
Osterloo?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next item, a plat of Tract 1 of Valesky Properties Edition in the west 7 rods of the northeast quarter of the northeast quarter and in Lot 3B of the northwest quarter of the northeast quarter of Section 26, Township 103 North, Range 60 West of the 5th parallel meridian, Davidson County of South Dakota, as requested by Valesky Properties, LLC.
This fits within the zoning requirements for urban development. It's 200 feet wide. It meets the acreages that's needed for rural water or septic system. She's platting out the house that sits up closest to the road by itself, and how she came up with the distance and that, I don't know that, but I know she's been talking with Tom Weeks a lot about all the land out here. He previously approved a conditional use for multifamily dwellings. That was approved by council as well. That wouldn't be able to go onto this new lot because that's a new legal description for that. So that would still stay in the parent parcel of it, not on this parcel.
Access is not a problem.
Access is not a problem. There's an existing approach off of Highway 38 there, and DOT has already looked at this as well.
Okay.
County will have to hear it. It's our zoning jurisdiction, but it's within 3 miles city limits, so they get to hear it too.
And that will be scheduled in the near future, I would assume.
That'll be at their April meetings, yep.
Okay. What's your pleasure, folks?
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded that this plat be approved. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. Mark, it's your turn.
Sonny?
Yes.
Genslinger?
Yes.
Havlet?
Yes.
Gurza?
Yes.
Osterloo?
Yes.
Schmitz?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 9, a plat of Lot 1 of Finley First Edition to the City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota, as requested by Austin LLC. What's that all about, Mark?
Yes, Austin LLC, which would be Iverson's. They have Make It Mine there on the corner. They're in the process of doing some future development, so they are replatting the existing into one parcel, so they'll be able to build on the whole thing. There is an encroachment that they have with Make It Mine already when they built that they've got resolved with the railroad. In the future, they're proposing a TIF for this area, so, and in that TIF, this building to the west side comes down as well, so that encroachment would go away for that. All the vacated alleys are recorded and shown on the plat as well.
Okay. Questions or comments? Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the plat be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none. Mark, it's going to be your turn, and I'm going to hear a couple of abstains, I'll bet you.
Yep. Genslinger,
Yes.
Havlet,
Yes.
Jurza,
Abstain.
Osterloo,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Sonny,
Abstain.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Let's go on to the next item. A plat of Lot 1 of Archer First Edition, a subdivision of lots B1 and B2 within Lot B and Lot C, formerly a portion of triangular tract number 4A in the south one half of Section 22, Township 103 North, Range 60 West of the 5th Principal Meridian, City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota, as requested by Austin LLC.
Again, they're doing some future development plans with this. They're going to be proposing a TIF in this area as well, so they're creating their boundaries for this TIF area by platting it into one lot. It meets all the zoning requirements for the plat. I will make a note that we are working with SPN and Austin Iverson. There's some easements that go across for some utilities, and we're going to have them put that on the front page of the plat. So we will have an updated one before it gets filed. We've got sanitary sewer that comes up through here and kind of snakes around, and then there's a storm sewer that also comes across right here. So we'll have those on this. They are recorded already at Register of Deeds, but we want to put them on the plat too, so somebody in the future can see it easier.
Much better than have them recorded at the deeds and not on the plat.
Yep.
There's too many old drains across Davidson County that are that way. And I think you probably agree with me on that one, too, Mark.
Yep.
Do I hear further discussion?
Move to approve with the updates.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the plats be approved with the update. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none. Mark, it's your turn.
Havlet,
Yes.
Larson,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Jurza,
Abstain.
Osterloo,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Sonny,
Abstain.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next item, a plat of lots 12 and 14 in Block 4 of the Woods First Edition, a subdivision of the east half of the southwest quarter of Section 23, Township 103 North, Range 60 West of the 5th Parallel Meridian, City of Mitchell, South Davidson County, South Dakota, as requested by CJM Consulting. I believe this follows an existing previously that we had talked about and looked at.
Yep, master plan's approved a long time ago. They're following along with their master plan, just platting out 2 more on Sneed Avenue. They're getting pretty close to their whole development in the woods being platted out, except for a few down south of this a little bit. So,
Move to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded that these plats be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing no further discussion, Mark, it's your turn again.
Osterloo,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Sonny,
Yes.
Genslinger,
Yes.
Havlet,
Yes.
Jurza,
Yes.
Larson.
Yep.
Motion carried.
And I assume several of these are going to have to be looked at by the county too at some future time.
Nope,
Nope?
nope, this
Okay,
is all city.
all right. Is there any other business to come before this body at this time? Public input. If you need to address the board on an item that was not on the agenda excluding personnel items, please come forward to the podium. State your name and your concerns. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes. Items will be considered, but no action will be taken at this time. I don't see anybody stepping up to the podium. So we are adjourned.